each. All that, like the Europeans understood, but I think they know that. But what I'm trying to say, they have to know also, this is just a children, this is just innocent children. Anyhow, even the parents or the government did wrong, but now you should not do the same thing like what the government have done to them, why they frustrated, they leave their country. Still, you should help them just as a children. As we say, you try, give them so a little better life at least, but not to punish them. Because I know also, as I say, I go around, I talk with people, I know what is happening. Everybody know, is in the internet all the time. Not only that, but in reality also, which is not to say I see. In the internet, you see it with your own 2 eyes, which is happening. Some of them, even when they come to Europe, what will happen? Because as I say again, they use these doubling things. So now when they come into the computer, they use now the Eurodax system, that computer system. So, and then they say, okay, you have been in Italy, so you have to return back there. And what they are doing it, you know, some of them, they go hunt them. Like, you know, when the dogs go hunt the other animals or whatever, and then they catch them, and then they put them in custody, in jail. And until some of them, I have seen some of them, they have been putting them over 1 year. They are be there, and they don't let them out, and then they don't even return them back to their country. Because it might be some kind of problem have been happening, then they don't know why they can return this person, and because maybe he don't have document, but still they have to hold him there for 1 year, even 1.5 years, they hold them in prison. And a child, you holding it there. You don't deport him, and you don't let him out. Even that one is really, wicked things to do a child, somebody's child, to treat that child in that way. Because either if you cannot help the person, and you know now you cannot live he be in that country like he's a criminal. But now why you don't then return him to Italy, or you return him why you think that you have to want to throw him out? Why you don't do that? Because now you are punishing that person to be in jail. He haven't killed somebody. He haven't steal. He haven't robbed. He haven't, he haven't done nothing wrong just to come in your country. Now you have to put him in jail like he's a criminal. All these things, the Europeans doing it, and we know, and they have to stop this. They have to, because to emigrate, many European countries they know they have got that kind of situation before, and they should understood how to emigrate. That one is not because your own will. This one just happened. Have been happened to them, can happen to everybody, and then as we say again, the children, just please, just take care of them the time, as we say. If you can help them the little bit in your country, put them in school, and then just please take care of them. Like if they are sick, just help them. You know, they get some medication, and then until after, then you return them back to their country. It's okay. But now to hold them in this like they are criminals. You know, this one it remind me like even the slavery time, how they was using black, punishing them, torture them, and all this. For me, it's reminding me that. And this one is like I can ask myself, is this one was that the meaning that to tell like the young people, like these young people without children to come in Europe. So that the meaning now. To use them as like the slavery before. Because now, if you like, they come in Libya example, they put them there in a scale, and then, and use them like slaves, and as I tell, rob them, and then, put them in like a prison, and then they are working there without no good food and no pay for that. And then they come to Europe, and then they be treated in the same way. Then for me, this one is like an indirect slavery, which nobody don't understand the game. So, but it remind me like the slavery before, or even more worse than now. And then at the same time, what I can say to the African leaders, which they should think, which I wanted to say, very important, now I return there, is that why they don't think what like a France, like a Portuguese, like a Spain, they are the one who have been starting coming even when the slavery time. They are the one who was coming to Africa and catch slaves and then come sell them to different countries in Europe. You don't forget it, the history?
Do you remember?
Why don't remember the history? They are the one. They are the one for me in this kind.
Kunta Kinte is here talking to you.
Exactly. So
you remember?
You remember? So you have to know these people, me who do this kind of go catch people in Africa like a time Kunta Kinte time, and then how they use these people in America and everywhere, Spain, but the Spanish, the Portuguese, the French, all of them who have done. This is the evil. It's the evil things, because when someone do that to my grandfather, my fathers, and now it's the children, how I can say? I can say you are evil. And now it's still that evilness for me, what is going on. But now, how the African leaders themselves, they think now their children, they think they can frustrate them in Africa, and they think that the children can go to Portugal or go to Spain, who was slave in your grandfather, and now you think that the same slave master will take care of your children. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a serious one. That's Professor. As you say now, I just remember one thing that I wanted to add on this. I mean, how can we be so naive that a child that you get, God give you child that you should train and make him a good human being, and in whatever situation. I mean, Africa is not a hell, because I was born and grow up in Africa. And I know how sweet Africa can be. Africa, in fact, the countryside of African countries is like a paradise, because I can remember when I was a child. I mean, the only thing you used to do, you grow, then what you grow, that's what you eat. And if we concentrate and not to, to change our brain or to be brainwashed by people that are coming to, Europe. Because one thing that I know that has happened to Africans, these Africans who were in Europe, when they come by, most of the time when they stay here for a quite long time, or even maybe a short time, like 1 year, 2, and then they travel back to Africa, which they call the semester, or they call it holiday. When they are in Africa, the dress they dress, this dress that they dress, most of the time, the young people, they admire them so much. So they don't know behind that what kind of consequences or what they have been come across, what problem they had in this country. And now we who've been living here, we have to start to tell the truth about Europe. I mean, it's nothing to hide, because if we do that, then this trend will move on and it will never finish. Because what the Africans think, that Europe is something exceptional. It's like the soil Europe. It's like a paradise. Or how can you compare it with? Because my best weather right now as we're speaking, it is very cold out there. I have to put at least 3 to 4 kilos of jacket and shoes in order to be able to even travel from stop to stop or town to town. But then Africa right now, I can go with my little special African dress to show that, that this is me, Kunta Kinte brother, and then I can travel within the city. People know me, they give me that respect as a real human being. But imagine when you are here, you work, you make your small money, you buy your car. What you will encounter here, we have to say that also. You will pass one police stop, second police stop, the policeman will stop you. If the car is more than 20,000 krona or 10,000 euro, then you might be asked, how do you get this money? and then they will, ask you, confrontate you, to ask you who you are and all those things. And this, if you are in Africa, you don't have all those problems. So let me just say clearly, the reason why people don't know Europe is because of we don't explain that much about how we stay here. Europeans, they have respect for themselves. Even there are people who are living in the street. If you are an African, you cannot challenge that person here because you don't have the same right. Let me tell you, you have passport that is just for you to travel and in order to know who you are. If they give you European passport, you know what they put there? They will put the place where you were born or the country. You have to choose either one. Either you put the country or the place where you were born, because they want to differentiate it in case you maybe want to come and say, I was born here, this and that. They will tell you, listen, we have already put you into our system, and then we know you were born in Gambia, for example. And then you cannot deny it because they have already registered you. So let me just tell you, we are here for a period. We the Africans, we are here for a period, and then we don't have that much respect as well as when we live in Africa. But then to come back to Africans also, when you are in Africa, don't think that we are extraordinary people here. Sometimes I go and try to help my cousin with a little shop whereby I want to spend, let's say, 10,000 krona. This man will eat all this money, and then he expect me to send him more money. If I don't do it, then he say, uncle, this guy he doesn't want to help me. So these kind of things we have to also think, that to help you is to help myself. But then you have to realize that money, how to get it in Africa, how difficult it is the same way how to get the money in Europe here. So even maybe harder because of the weather condition and the way they accept you, you are not the full citizen. You can have a passport, but you are not accepted as, full citizen, because these people will always see you as an African. They will ask you even when you are going back, when are you going back home? So let me just say, Africa, please keep Africa, and then trying to be unite. When we say unity, we don't just say the word unity, but try to love your neighbor the way you love your own children. Sure. Try to love your countrymen the way you love your children. Try to love even your neighbor countries. If you live in Ghana, people around you, countries like Burkina Faso, countries like Togo, Benin, love them the same way, the way you love your own children. If we start to do this, that's when Africa will get developed. Hey, right. Professors, doctors, please, why can't you start to enlighten our people? Sometimes I don't understand. Africa is not a dumb country that people are dumb, they are stupid. So many educated ones are there. Right. But why are they keeping so quiet? Why can't they come out and trying to demonstrate and talk to the people, even free show, to go to the cities, go to the villages, talk to them how important Africa is for Africans and how important it is to be united, to love each other, and then to be one people. Because this is how Europeans could make. The European man will pass here, seeing you talking to one European. I promise you, if any problem happen, he will say that, yes, I saw two black men were standing with this guy. So the black men were the 140. They are the one who are the fault. The police will charge you because you, black man, you don't have the same right. So those kind of things is because they got instincts. They have feelings for each other. They care about each other. I'm saying this, I'm not racist. I'm just saying the reality that I have experienced in this country. I've never been criminal. I've never done any criminal activities. But I know if you do anything wrong against a white person, then you will be the person who made the wrong or who made the mistake or who is wrong. In fact, so this, I can tell you, Africans, try your level best. Try to love each other. This is the major key. And our leaders, maybe they cannot do this alone. We have to love the neighbors the way we love ourselves, and the people who are educated. Why are you keeping quiet? I'm saying it one more time. Please come out, make civil education, try to talk to people that you can reach to tell them how it is. Some of them, they even know about Europe, even though maybe they study in Ghana or Nigeria. But the study they did, they have learned about how Europe is built and how Europeans were struggling also. The same way they were struggling, but they developed themselves. Now they come to a stage that every one citizen is worth more than 10,000 African, because if you keep one European man in Africa, they will make sure you release that European man. They will even pay so much money just to release that person. You see how much love they have for each other? So let's learn that. We are learning from them also, even though we think that Europeans are not as civilized as us, but we still learn from them, because how they love each other, this is what we want us to love each other. That's why we are here, me, Professor Musa, and G-Town. We are living from different places, but we come here for the love of Africa and to help what little thing that we can say to you, so that you understand that we are Kunta Kinte, never give up.
I like that.
I think now if you have something, then we close. Otherwise, next we have to take another. Yeah.
Yeah,
The word is your name.
I think Kunta Kinte end is really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we chill it.
Then as we was here for this I mean Life Melody show, and I hope like Kunta Kinte have been ending with the whole advice, and then so we hope this might be many people can listen also, and because this is we giving opinion to each other.
True.
And then we will continue, because this is we have to continue, and still we have to learn. We have a lot of to learn, and I mean the African leaders, why we always concentrating on, because they are the one we give the power to help the country, to develop the country, to take care of the country and the people. And that's why, so you vote for a leader. So why you vote? You don't vote to a leader, so after when he come to power and to come and punish you, you vote that he can make it a better life for everybody. That's why you vote a leader. So I think that's why the leaders have to, every leader I think have to do his best for his own country, and what he like this, the children, this is our future. And if these children are frustrated and they live in Africa, then what is the meaning of that? Then even if they go to Europe, that means they have to go to Europe and to develop, to help to develop there instead. But if we take care of the young children, because they are the future, we give them good education, and then they feel proud of themselves, then they are the one is the future, because then they are the one tomorrow who can help to rebuild the Africa, to develop Africa. But still, as we say, it's the leaders, it's the parents, it's the elders, everybody have to do something so that we take care of each other, and we take care of the children.
As a community.
So if you have something, we close.
No, well, your point was correct, because we have to really look at one another as a family, even as a community, as you say, you don't have to be my child for me to love you, so, if we just have this kind of principle in our life, I think it will help us to solve a lot of problems that we have. But I think if we're having this kind of self-hate, then it will be difficult to really love somebody's children, But so we gotta change our mindset in how we look at people, because we have to really we have to respect life. You know what I mean? When you respect yourself, you have to show the same respect for someone else. Even somebody who's younger than you deserve respect. So it's really important for us to really know that that's how we have to live life with principle, you know, and that's how we have to, you know, teach the young generation to.
Yeah.
You know.
So one love, peace, and
All
one
the
love.
time.
Yeah,
So
man.
we give we give hands.
We give thanks and praise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We give thanks and
All right, man.